All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to We Are Wed Talks Atlanta. We got Kristi from Cocoa Red and most importantly, Ambient Plus Studio.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
We're doing well. We are so excited that we got to do a podcast here. We were looking for venues and reached out and talked to Paul. Mm-hmm. And Paul's been amazing the whole time.
He's wonderful.
And then Paula's been amazing the whole time. And now you're on and you're being amazing the whole time.
Oh, thanks.
So thank you, Ambient Plus Studio.
Yes.
Everyone's amazing here.
Thank you.
Yes.
We appreciate that.
So how did you get on board and get connected with Ambient Plus Studio?
So I own a wedding and event planning company here in Atlanta and had done a few weddings here, and they were kind of looking for somebody to come on board and take over like multi-day complicated clients, honestly. Mm-hmm. So they kind of asked me to come on board and do that. And so that's kind of how I got involved here.
Okay. How long have you been here?
I guess 2 years now.
Wow. Okay.
Yep, and I've been doing weddings here for 5 or 6.
Okay. And because we've learned this from doing other podcasts, can you grab boop, boop, boop? There we go.
Is it my hair making noise?
Oh, there we go. Thank you. Mm-hmm. All right. So what kind of events do they have here? What do they do? What are their hours? What are their weeks?
So ours is really whatever you want them to be. If there's an event happening here and, it needs to be in the middle of the night, we will be here. And every rental is 16 hours, which is very unusual. So for like weddings and stuff, people can come in at 9 a.m. And stay till 1 a.m. So you can do hair and makeup. Epic. Yeah. So we've got a hair and makeup room. You can get ready here and just everyone's here the whole day for your wedding, which is wonderful, especially for planners like me. I don't have to keep track of, when clients are supposed to be arriving and that kind of stuff. So they do a lot of video shoots, and then a lot of weddings pretty much every weekend.
You have multiple rooms for getting ready, don't you?
Yeah, so we've got a hair and makeup studio, and then there's a couple of green rooms over here off to the side. And then there's also a place where we put the guys in the back, which is also kind of a little hair and makeup room, but there's a, kitchen in there with a fridge and all that stuff, so the guys can hang out back there while they're getting ready.
I think I saw that. I saw that place back there. Yeah. Back to the left corner, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's the room with the lights that go down into it?
So that's just a really cool lighting installation that one of the staff members put together, and that's just a hallway.
Okay.
The most epic hallway, though.
Yeah, it really is.
The most epic hallway.
It's amazing for photographs. All of our brides want to get pictures in that hallway. And then it goes back to a place called the Quonset, which is just like an open warehouse. People shoot music videos and stuff back there.
Wow. Okay. We're gonna do a We Are Wed Talks photo shoot in that hallway.
You need to. It's pretty epic for boomerangs for Instagram. Just saying. It looks pretty cool.
We're about to get it.
The boom, dude.
So, is there something that goes on downstairs? Is that you guys as well?
No, that's owned by someone else. There's a few art galleries down there. A couple of fabrication studios. There's another like photo studio. So it's just kind of artsy, fun. I mean, we know them all. They're all cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, how did you get into planning to get to Ambient Plus? Like, what got you into planning? What inspired you to get into planning? Yeah,
so I used to do corporate events and travel over the country. And my husband is a musician. He's on tour. So my events, corporate are during the week, and a lot of his shows are on the weekend. So I kind of took the leap into weddings so that we'd actually see each other every once in a while. And so I was doing corporate events and weddings at the same time, and wedding stuff just kind of took off. So I quit corporate land and started doing weddings full time.
Okay.
Yeah, and I love it.
All right. What are some of the, some of your, I'm taking your question. I saw that.
You were.
Ooh.
I was like,
man, he's not even let me talk today.
Your neck was about to snap off. You did.
Yeah. So what are some of the struggles that you've had with wedding planning, like, or in business in general?
I think, with weddings, we obviously have busy seasons and then we have slow seasons. So it's staying busy during slow seasons is always tricky. So for me personally, I do a few contract gigs here and there just to, keep me on my toes, keep me fresh, and, to compensate for the time that we're not doing weddings.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's the trickiest thing. And then I feel like for our company personally, we're in that spot where like we can hire someone and like really take off, but like we don't really have the money to do that right now. So it's it's like, do we take that leap and go ahead and hire another planner and take on more weddings every week, or do we just kind of stay where we're at and, wait a little while?
Do it.
Take the leap.
Yeah, we were just talking to Joel from Mike Moon, Joel and Todd.
Yeah.
And that's what Joel was talking about. He was like, you get to this point where you're like, oh, do I go forward or if not, you're just going to slide back down.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know what? It may not work, but you don't know until you try. So he's like, he said lately, like the last few years, he's just like, do it on everything. And sometimes it works. More than often, it works. Sometimes it doesn't. But you'll never know. You'll never grow unless you do it. So I say do it.
You just got to commit to it.
Yes. We Are Wed Talks endorses hiring a new planner.
Okay. We can do it.
We're just not paying for it.
Oh, darn.
If it fails, call Ramsey.
Okay.
He'll reimburse.
Strike that from the court.
Strike that from the record.
Yes. So what are some of your favorite parts of being a planner for yourself and for Ambient Plus?
For myself, I think it's getting to know the clients and being able to tell their story, which I know sounds super cheesy. But my goal is that for when guests walk in, they know they're in the right place.
Right.
They from the second they walk in, they see the couple's hand on everything. So that's major for me. That's just huge. I love that. And then as far as being here, I think a couple of the unique things about Ambient is, sometimes you go to venues and there's one person on staff, or they open it and they say, peace out, see ya, I'll be back at the end of the night.
Yes.
There's always 3 or 4 staff members here during the event. So if there's a spill, if you're out of toilet paper in the bathroom, like whatever it is, you can always find somebody. And they're always super helpful. And, this was my favorite place to work before I came on staff here, and it still is. I just did a wedding here this past weekend, and they're always fantastic. So
yep. Caitlin Long from Downtown Flowers recommended Ambient Plus Studio. Like I said, everything's been amazing. We got here at 8:00. The door was open,
right on time.
I don't know who the guy is, but he was like, "Hey, I can mop up for you guys for this." We're like, "We don't need it, but we greatly appreciate that."
Probably Jack.
So I mean, everybody's been super sweet. Paula, Paul, you, Jack. So
it's definitely a great space, and just the style and the vibe here is epic.
Yeah, we try to keep it super laid back. We do fun staff outings, and we have staff meetings. It's kind of just a family. It's fun. We enjoy it.
And also too, I own Any Day DJ, and we have several. You saw that I was backing up.
You were, man. He's been yelling at me all day because all day I've just been talking and just
you just
lounging,
just kind of getting comfortable.
Anyway, so with Any Day DJ, I'm the business owner. My wife's my business partner, and we have other DJs. That's a part-time job, but still, we'll see each other. But with this business that we're doing, I so appreciate being around him and shooting ideas and supporting him and him supporting me. Not that we don't support our DJs on Any Day DJ, but it's their part-time job. They get 3 or 4 bookings. We send them the information. We really don't see each other. For us to be successful, We Are Wed Talks, we see each other, we talk to each other, we create together.
Monday morning meetings.
Morning, Taco Tuesday.
Tacos.
We love tacos.
Us too. We had Taco Tuesday last night. It was great.
Oh man, it's Wednesday.
Yeah, you missed it.
Oh, we're gonna have to get. After this podcast, we're gonna have to get you to direct us to go get some tacos.
Oh yeah,
some good
absolutely.
tacos.
Yeah, we can do that.
So I get what you're saying. Being around people, it helps. We're human. We're people. I think we're human. We're supposed to be around people. We're not supposed to be isolated.
Right.
So working with people who help support you and help bring a client's vision together, that's really awesome.
Well, and everybody that works here at Ambient is a creative pretty much in some way. So there's a few photographers on staff. We actually have a girl who's a stunt woman for movies. She's ripped and crazy strong and awesome.
What?
And then we have some graphic designers and some fabricators. So everybody lives in that creative space, and we can kind of bounce ideas off each other, like you're saying. And we did an open house back in March, and it was just super cool because everyone got to kind of lend their talents to the space. So that hallway, that lighting installation in the hallway that you guys were talking about, one of our staff members who does installations did that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Epic.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's super cool. Anyways, sorry. I was thinking about everything.
Are you in the podcast?
I mean, I am, but I was just thinking about
it's that a lunchtime lull.
That's the reason. So we do podcasts. We Are Wed Talks. We do podcasts. Oh, there's another business.
We do podcasts.
Oh, that's
the other bro. Yeah. Sorry.
The other bro would be me. Sorry. We kind of go on tangents every once in a while.
You're all good.
But yeah, we do podcasts we'll set up at 8 and then we learn to be done by about lunchtime, because we used to do them like all day and go after lunch, and then we noticed like a couple times I turned around and he was asleep.
I've never fallen asleep. Ramsey has one.
Hold on.
I lose my train of thought pretty frequently if I get hungry, but like one time Ramsey was like,
You're just dozing. Got that head nod.
Well, we were both like dozing on one. We were both just like, she was talking, we're like,
You get that glazed look,
Yeah.
like I'm listening, but I'm not understanding.
Well, we went and ate lunch, and we had a huge lunch, and that's just
That'll
it
do
was
it.
bad.
so we figured out to do the podcast early in the morning, get it done, then go eat lunch, and then go back to work or do whatever.
Yeah.
Or take a nap, whatever comes first. So what piece of advice would you give to someone who is starting wedding planning?
I would say go shadow a bunch of people. Because I think a lot of times people think that this job is super glamorous, and it's not. It's hard work. You know, we are moving tables and chairs and schlepping things around. But it is a lot of fun. And our clients are amazing. I always meet with my clients first, just to make sure that, you know, we get good vibes, we get along. And so I think it's just shadow people, like make sure that like you're in it, is what you want to do. And then just dive in, because it's fun.
And, you know, I think, too, what you're doing, too, like, working at a venue, too, that's really cool. I think, like, you know, I know a lot of wedding planners that, and you have, too, done your own thing, but I think getting hooked up with a venue, being like, look, I can help you with events, but I'm still going to do my own thing, I think that's really cool, too. So if you can get hooked up like that and you're looking to be a planner or are a planner and just want to have, like, a creative outlet or maybe, like, a consistent something, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, and I think too, like stepping out of wedding world sometimes is kind of nice. It probably is for you as a DJ too.
Oh yes.
Because like for us, you know, sometimes corporate events obviously have a lot more money, so they can do all these cool things that sometimes we can take and pare down and use for our wedding clients.
Boom.
So it's kind of nice to, you know, do other things and just kind of see what else is going on out there.
Boom. Love it. Well, you know what? Where can people find you?
So my wedding planning company is Coco Red Events. It's named after my mom. Her name is Colette, and everybody calls her Coco, and she has red hair. So our website is cocoredevents.com. It's COCORED events.com. And then Ambient here, the venue is ambientplusstudio.com.
Not studios.
Not studios. Studio. Even though we have multiple places. But yeah.
We had this conversation on the last podcast.
I know. It's a little confusing sometimes. We have all these stages, but yeah.
And their Instagram, your Instagram.
So our Instagram's Coco Red Events, and then theirs is Ambient Plus Studio.
Okay.
Try to keep it all streamlined and easy.
I like it. I like it
a lot.
So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure. I think that we have found our home base in Atlanta.
Yeah.
For
You guys
sure.
are awesome here.
For sure. So thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paula. Thank you, Kristi. Jack. Thank you, Jack.
Big thanks, Jack.
This place is awesome. If you're a wedding vendor and you're coming to Atlanta, whether you be from the Gulf Coast, the West Coast, the East Coast, definitely check out Ambient Plus Studios. Great staff, great people, great venue. I love all the little. We found so many other places.
Yeah.
That we wanted to podcast in.
Yeah. There's a lot of cool rooms in here, and I mean, for people who, you know, want to come by, they can just like call the office and stop by, and they'll give a tour.
That's super cool.
Or, you know, well, if somebody's not here, we'll put it on the calendar so people can come and take a look around.
And what I like too, like we had so many options to do. We're in the big room.
Yeah, stage one.
But we still had so many options of where we could have shot in stage one.
Mm-hmm.
How long did it take us to figure that out?
Like 30 minutes just talking about every spot.
Yeah. Stage 3 is super cool because it's got all the exposed brick and, you know, yeah, there's a lot of cool spaces.
So definitely a versatile venue.
Yes.
Kristi, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys.
Ambient Plus Studio, thank you so much for being a part of We Are Wed Talks Atlanta. Couldn't have done it without you. And you know what? We are
Wed Talks.
Boom.